Another day, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching Young Sheldon. This is their 6th episode of the 2nd season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you like to watch today's full episode, it is available for free in a link in the description below. Just click on it, put the password in, and enjoy. So last episode, we've seen a lot more screen time of Missa. You know, really enjoyed it, to be honest. I feel like she's a good character that's not had a lot of screen time right now, and I feel like if we give it her, she'd be entertaining. She's totally different from Sheldon, and, you know, last episode was kind of a review, kind of assessment, a test of that. Because he was invited to take part in a twin test. Their parents getting paid $50 an hour. Crazy. I think that's a pretty hefty amount of money, if I'm being totally honest. And it was basically testing siblings, twins, and how, well, different they are. You know, first he started off with tests, and you know, Sheldon was loving it. He's getting them all right, and Missy wasn't absolutely amazing at it. But then he moved on to kind of like emotions and what you see in this picture and what you see here. And, you know, you could tell that Sheldon was getting frustrated because he was just picking the obvious, you know what I mean? Like, somebody stood there in the door, somebody sat down drinking tea. Missy's looking at it and she's kind of creating a scenario, and like they're gossiping, having a tea party. You know, that person's getting told to go out the room. You know, this person's frustrated, she's holding her head, she's sad, she's upset, and Sheldon can't read that. And it's not a test of like who's better and who's smarter. It's a test of seeing why siblings are different, and you know, how they can, you know, monitor it, and why one would be, you know, so smart and one would be just so normal, so to speak, and why can this person read all the emotions and this one can't. And it was a test, and it was interesting, and George was just loving it. He just wanted all the money basically to try and save up for a boat. He actually did, didn't he? He was on the clock straight away as soon as he got in there. But it was a good episode. I enjoyed it. Like I said, more screen time with the siblings is a big thumbs up from me. Thanks for checking out today's episode. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, please smash like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into today's episode.
Pastor Jeff Difford from the First Baptist Church of Medford. Queen Hill House has stirred up quite a bit of controversy this year.
As you know, the purpose of Hill House is to demonstrate the wages of sin, so as to lead people back to God.
Arlene does beer.
Oh, darling, don't you think you've had enough?
I'll tell you when I had enough. Oh! You put that down and call it a night. Don't you tell me what to do.
Dear Lord.
As you can see, our last attempt at a Hell House may have been a tad traumatizing.
I always felt I had a flair for the creative arts, but putting on a big show like that.
You'll have a sizable budget and all the help you'll need constructing sets, building props, special effects,
I
makeup.
already know the first change I'm gonna make. Instead of calling it Hell House, which is a little off-putting, I'm gonna call it Heck House. Isn't that great?
It is great.
You don't really mean that.
Actually, fear has been a recruiting tactic used by organized religion for centuries. When you add guilt to keep people in line, it's an extremely efficient form of crowd control.
Our religion is based on love, Sheldon, not fear.
So what happens when people don't follow the rules?
They burn in hell.
Like in situations like this, Sheldon would be a good asset kind of recruit to kind of have. Do you remember when we done the episode about statistics and he was giving it and it was working? Do you know what I mean? But then it kind of was hindering his grade, so he stopped. But it's his knowledge of the situations. Like, for example, have you ever done scary mazes on Halloween? You know, we're past Halloween now, but this year for Halloween, I actually went to Halloween Horror Nights in Universal Studios in Florida. Like, I was there and, you know, going through all the mazes and, you know, personally, I don't get scared, but, like, maybe the odd person. Like, I would say my nerves, is that what you call it, would be quite decent. As in, like, I could walk around and people could kind of jump out and I don't kind of like jump or scream or anything, but like it might be the odd one if somebody's lurking in the dark and like I'm walking through a doorway and somebody pops out straight away. Do you know what I mean? Like that's where like it kind of jumps me. But you know, when you're going through it and you hear everybody screaming, and even when you get jumped yourself, because I'm not saying that I never do. You know, some people, like I say, if you're in the dark and you don't see them walk around a corner and they pop out, you're like, oh shit. Do you know what I mean? Like you're kind of nervous and scared, but then as soon as it happens, you're laughing. You know what I mean? You're having a good time. And you're like, haha, that's funny. Like, nobody goes in there and comes out petrified. Like, they, you know, like, they've absolutely hated their life. They go in there, they get scared, and then they laugh. And, you know, like Sheldon was saying, fear is kind of been used to help, kind of, etc. And I feel like if they put on a good show, and you can go through a maze where you scare people, but then they're not scared, like, oh, a kid's dying. Do you know what I mean? Like, there, it's more like you get jumped and you laugh, and you show the badness of hell, so to speak. as you go through it, you could be jumped, you can see the sins, you could be kind of scared at the moment and come out and feel better and had a good time and then be pushed towards the church. You don't want to be part of that. Do you know what I mean? Look how bad that is. You don't want to be part of it. You've had a good time, you've been scared a little bit. Let's go and see the light. Do you know what I mean? You have to be traumatized.
What's Veronica Duncan hugging you?
I'm tutoring her in trigonometry. Just between us, she's a little slow.
That's not what I heard.
What did you hear? Is she secretly clever? Because if she is, I completely missed it.
It doesn't matter.
Next week we start our work on Streetcar Named Desire, so please prepare a monologue for either Blanche or Stanley. Usually the girls do Blanche. And
I have been tasked with mounting this year's Halloween production.
was that a haunted house kind of deal?
Yes, but with the goal of bringing people to God.
I do know something about that.
Okay, I was hoping to put on a little play in each of the rooms that portrays one of the 7 deadly sins.
You considered a narrator, you know, like a tour guide kind of thing?
Oh.
To be someone with enough range to convey sincerity and charm, all the while hiding a dark and corrupt soul.
Hey, what's up?
This is my brother, Georgie. He wanted to meet you.
Really?
Really?
What do you think? Pretty great, huh? Realtor's letting us use it for free. Mr. Lundy, you made it.
Oh, we're gonna be working together. You can call me Gene.
All right, Jean, this is my mother, Connie.
Hi. Well, no, I would have bet she was your big sister.
I thought you said he was a good actor.
To appear from beneath the house in a cloud of smoke, but I think that's gonna be ambitious.
Script? What script?
Oh, I wrote a script. Don't worry about it.
I was gonna write the script.
Well, now you don't have to.
She's not going to be happy because he's taken over.
Believe it, love it. Glad I didn't wait in the car.
To be fair though, right, you should just let him write the script and then you can read over it. And if it's decent, you rock with it. You're still going to get the credit because it's your casting, your design, your idea. Do you know what I mean? You wanted the I don't know, is it 7 sins? And now you've got Satan. I actually think it's a good idea, to be honest. You know, like, get the cobwebs outside, get the smoke, you know, get a portal, not a door, portal to hell. Satan waiting for you. Then he's going to drag you around all the rooms of all the sins. And like I was saying before, you know, you can go in, you can get scared, but in a fun way, not like a traumatic way. And then you come out of it and thinking, mate, I don't want to be part of any of that. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was a fun experience going in. I had a couple of laughs because they made the rooms entertaining. However, the knowledge or the information that is portraying, I don't want to be part of that. I don't want to be near Satan. I want to actually be guided to the light, to the church, to God. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I feel like the concept and the idea is good, and I actually, you know, well, she come up with that as well, didn't she? You know, she come up with the 7 rooms, and he come up with dressing up at the portal and stuff, and I'm actually interested to see how it goes, because I don't think, like, right now, the idea is a bad one.
Awful. It makes sin seem like a good thing.
Well, yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? I mean, if sin didn't seem like a good thing, nobody'd do it.
Lundy is taking over.
Oh, look, pride and envy. Don't stop for sins to go.
You see a large red button. What do?
I press it.
The floor opens up, and you plunge into a 60-foot pit.
Up and away!
Dinner's ready.
5 more minutes.
Hey, Georgie. I saw you talking to Veronica Duncan. How well do you know her?
Not as well as I'm gonna.
Cut. Give him a little kick now. Are the personification of lust. Your sole reason for being is to try to satisfy this unquenchable thirst for physical pleasure. Mary, I've tried to be patient. But if I'm gonna do this, put my reputation on the line, I'm gonna need you to back off just a little bit.
My keys and then my car wouldn't start. Then I got lost.
Holy smokes.
Hi. Are you my makeout partner? No one's making out.
Theater professional, why don't you just let me do what I do while you know, go home and make a nice tuna casserole.
I go by many names. Satan, Lucifer, Mephistopheles, Beelzebub. Come with me, if you dare.
You are Superman. But what about the rest of you?
I'm Cindy Lauper.
I'm a wizard.
Carl Sagan. He's the host of Cosmos.
Brother?
Nobody is.
Got an older sister that's kind of a genius.
Oh, yeah? Why didn't she tutor you?
She's in jail.
Agreed. Very wealthy man. Beautiful house, swimming pool, several German cars, and a young wife who worshipped him.
You kind of left out how greed is the root of all evil and how it corrupts the soul.
It's in there. It's called subtext.
Wait up, guys! Got a little on my cape.
There's nobody in my house. Want to come over?
Yes.
Look how quick that was. You didn't have to think. Do you know what? Actually, I don't understand in the US, right? Why can you drink on the streets in a bag, but you can't just drink the bottle? Like, I know that it's concealed, but it's not, though, is it? Like, it literally, the bottle's just right there. Like, how can you say something like, bring it out of the bag? Hey, that's illegal. Oh, it's not illegal. Hey, that's illegal. No, it's not illegal. Like, it don't make any sense, to be honest. Like, literally.
Hola, amigos.
Hey, Pastor Jeff.
Why so glum? This is going great. Donations are through the roof. Quit being such a fun sponge. Here, have some grapes.
I thought we were going to your house.
We are. Let's just do this first. It'll be fun.
Mate, it's not happening now, is it? Missed opportunity.
Pleased to meet you.
Others' fears that no one would be saved that Halloween night were proven incorrect. Bundy's scene about lust made a deep impact on my brother's date.
A venereal disease.
She asked to be saved by Jesus.
I don't want to live like this anymore.
She went on to live a life devoted to God, feeding the poor, even helping her sister start a literacy program for female prisoners.
We got one!
You look like a little Carl Sagan.
Vindication.
Yeah, you know what, right? That is actually a good way to end the episode. I actually liked that. Do you know what? He reminds me of Scooby-Doo. I don't know, like, I mean, if you put the collar on with an SD there and a little triangle or whatever it is that it has, like, it literally wouldn't surprise me at all. Now, he probably looks nothing like it, but that's all I get when I just look at him. But the thing is, right, I actually don't think that drama teacher or whatever was actually doing a bad job. Like, he was taking him through the sins, not in an extreme way, not in a horror way, and not in a scary way, but, like, he was taking them in and was like, look, mate, this looks cool. Here, making out, you know what I mean, having fun. But look at all the drama and the trauma and the stuff that you can catch after it. And people are going to be like, oh, sack that, mate. Don't want none of that. Do you know what I mean? I don't want none of that. Like, it worked on that girl. You know, not everybody's going to be converted. But, like, you know, if you ended the day with 10 more people wanting to be in the faith compared to where you started, it's successful. You know what I mean? And to be honest, they should have done a room as well. Like, I love the show Lucifer. It's absolutely top draw. I think it's one of the best shows made, and like not enough people talk about it. Watched it on the channel. It's top tier, honestly. It really is top tier. And I actually love the name Lucifer as well, just because of that show. Like, I would literally consider calling my kid Lucifer. I actually think it's a great name. However, like, in there, when they go to hell, it's just a repeat day. Do you know what I mean? Every day is the same day, and it drives you insane. And they should have a room there like that. Do you know what I mean? Where, like, you go in, somebody gets hurt or upset or dies or, you know, going through trauma, repeats again and again and again and again and again. And every day you're reliving the same hell. Do you know what I mean? That would persuade people not to do it as well. I feel like the concept was good. I enjoyed it. And at the end of the day, Mary got somebody. And that's all she actually cares about. So overall, it's a win-win. She got a convert, and I would say the house was a success. Okay, that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So, you know, another interesting episode, kind of about faith. You know, we don't usually get a lot of those, but like, I always do find it quite interesting when we get them, see different sides of it. Yeah, I think that he was looking pretty good, to be honest, as Lucifer. He didn't actually do anything that bad. I thought the visual effects was quite good. The smoke, you know, the story that he was telling. Yeah, okay, Mary didn't really like it, but, like, I thought that the way she was going to approach it when he was telling this story and she was coming down and she was saying, you forgot about this, this, and this, it was going to drive people away from potentially being interested in the church, you know what I mean? Because if they're interested in the show that he's putting on and then she's coming in and kind of ruining it, you know what I mean? Like, it's going to divert them away. However, we just seen there in a perfect example of somebody going in there, seeing something, seeing one of the sins and, like, you know, doing a self-reflect project of their life, and, like, that's not the direction that I kind of want to go down. And, you know, it was interesting listening to the narration of older Sheldon by basically saying that she's coming in converted and then she lived a long life of being a convert, you know what I mean? And that was a massive success. You know, it's not somebody that's come in and just done 1 or 2 days. It's a lifelong thing. Started studies, helping a sister in jail and all that stuff, and it worked out. And that's the way it should be. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't force people into it. You show them this, you show them that, and then they reflect and see, and how can I improve my life, X, Y, and Z part of it, and it's worked on her. So, you know, fair play. I thought it was another good episode. I really enjoyed it, and hopefully you guys did too. If you enjoyed today's episode, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you do. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.